Speaking of quarterbacks, Justin Fields, is it a make or break year? Not make or break year. Will he be better than last year? And I did my research, Mac. I'm not going to even lie. I did my research, and I think he is going to be better than last year. And just from looking at it, if you look at his last year numbers, and hopefully this can improve as far as his completion attempt ratio, because this past year he had 318 attempts, only on 192 completions. He did throw for 64.4% a completion percentage with 2,242 yards, with average of a 7.1 average and 17 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. That's in his second year. So I think he improves in that. And the reason why I think he improves, we already know the Bears defense is going to be they're going to be very good. I think they upgraded their linebacker position. They went out in the draft and got some young guys as far as defensive back and defensive line. They got some interesting defensive linemen in free agency as well. But I think if you add in DJ Moore and former Packer tight end Robert Tonyan, you give Cole Kmet his money, still have Darnell Mooney. I understand you lost Montgomery, but you still get Deontay Foreman, which is a pretty solid back, but he's not a top 10 back, but he's a guy that can run the ball. It gives you that same type of familiarity with David Montgomery. They did address the offensive line, getting the offensive lineman Darnell Wright from Tennessee. And crazy it is that according to Pro Football Focus, and I don't like to use these stats, but they really good on their offensive line stats. They pass block win ratio was second in the league. They pass block grade is 68.2, which is 16th in the league. So they could pass block, but it's not as great because they know they can run the ball. We know the Bears can run the ball. We all know that. If they could get this offensive line continuity with Braxton Jones, they a couple of years ago they got Tevin Jenkins, Cody Whitehair, Nate Davis, and adding Darnell Wright. I think this offensive line will be good and help Justin Fields fix that completion attempt ratio, and I think his completion percentage will be higher now, knowing that he has the weapons that he has. So for me, I think that he'll be better than last year, in my opinion.
I mean, I think he's going to be better, but that's some, I guess, understatement or overstatement for real. I mean, he doesn't have much. Like, it's not like it'd be hard for him to improve. You're telling me right now he throws for 3,200 yards and 2 more touchdowns and 1 less interception, 3 more touchdowns. You know what I mean?
And the way he rushes the ball too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. My whole thing is, again, it's like there's so much room to improve. It's kind of hard not to.
Right.
So that being said, now he's got 2 top targets. You know what I mean? They got a decent offensive line. Like, bro, there's no excuse for him not to be better.
If he degressed this year, that's a problem. And I don't think he will, but I think it'll be a problem if he does degress.
With that team, you can put Mac Jones with that team. He's going to get you over 3,000 passing yards, probably around 32 to 35, and then turn around and give you about 25 touchdowns. If he can do that, plus what he does with his feet, man, that sounds like a winning fucking.
I think they win more. If that's the case, I think that the Bears can win more than 3 games this season.
More than 3 games? You fucking bro. They're probably going to win like 8 or 9 games. They're going to be one of them sneaky fuckers who's going to roll up in there, and for some reason, a lot of teams is going to find a hard time scoring against them.
I got a feeling they might be a team where they get hot at the end and make the playoffs.
And then here's the whole thing is it's going to be a lot of fourth quarter wins, because by halfway through the third fucking quarter, right? If the Bears are down, what does that mean? That means he's running, gunning, and slinging. You know what I mean? So that means that defense is going to be on the field longer and longer and longer and longer and longer. By the end of the fourth quarter, if it's within a few points and Justin Fields gets that fucking ball and he starts running, bro, you're not going to tell me they're going to be gassed. They're going to be back on their heels. It's the same thing happens with Lamar. When Lamar fucking head fucks with a defense for
Mhm.
at least a quarter and a half through the first 2 quarters or 3 quarters, bro, 9 times out of 10 it's easy win because the defense is tired. They do like long ass drives. If you go more than 3 long drives in a game, think about that. That defense is out there on that field running around, getting back into the line, getting the play, getting
Mhm.
back down, getting back up, running, going, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And you're doing that, anywhere from 10 to 30 fucking times a goddamn drive.
So for me, I think that he's going to compete in this NFC North. I think this NFC North is wide open. I mean, even though the Minnesota Vikings won the division last year, it's going to be very interesting to watch these four quarterbacks: just Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields, and Jordan Love. It's going to be very interesting to watch the division in general. You see how all these quarterbacks do.